Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Curiosity Cafe. If you are in the market for an e-bike here, look no further than the Velowave Ranger. This is a fantastic e-bike, tons of great features. We're going to go through all the features in today's video. We're also going to take it for a little spin around and test out hills, off-road, all that stuff on this bike here. This is an all-terrain e-bike, fantastic. So let's not waste any time, let's get right to it. Now, when you're looking for an e-bike, there's nothing more important than a good motor, and this one spared no expense. The Velowave went all out with their 750 watt motor with peak performance at 1275 watts. That's going to get you about 80 on the torque meter. Now, if you know anything about that, that's probably, of all the bikes I've ever tested, it's the most torque you're going to get, the most power. So this thing definitely thumbs up on the motor. Now, one thing I want to mention about this e-bike is not all e-bikes have a front suspension. This uses a hydraulic front suspension, which I'm telling you, when you're going off-roading, is a huge bonus. And they, again, spared no expense on their front suspension. In addition to that, it does use the 4-inch wide, 26-inch tires. So you're getting big, meaty, fat tires, which is great if you're going to be doing a lot of gravel or sand or even snow riding. You definitely are going to get a much smoother ride and a lot better traction on a bike like this. Now, the brand for the tires is Kenda. And if you know anything about bike tires, that's a really high-end brand. So they really went all out on all of these types of features. Now, when you're talking battery, that is another important factor when you're looking at a bike. Now, this one uses a 48-volt battery, and it's a really good quality battery that's going to have a range of up to 45 miles. Now, I'll tell you, that's a long range for a heavy, meaty bike like this. So you're definitely not going to run out of juice when you're out there hitting the open trails. Now, you can charge this battery two ways. You can either plug it directly in if you're home, or with the simple release of a key, which is on the side, this whole thing will come right out. So you'll be able to take the battery with you for security reasons. If you don't have a bike lock with you, nobody's going to go anywhere with the e-bike without the battery. So that's a cool feature to be able to remove that. And you do have two keys, so it does give you two separate little keys right here. And that's nice because you're going to have a backup and just gives you extra security. So remove the keys, remove the battery. If you have a bike lock, definitely do that, and you won't have to worry about your bike getting stolen. Now, I always like to show all the features on the handlebar because that's what you see when you're riding, and that's really a very important thing. So now, on this particular model, you do have the plastic accelerator right here. And again, this is a plastic flip. I know some of them have a throttle that you turn. This one uses a little thumb. A lot of people really like the thumb accelerator right there, but it is plastic, so you have to be really careful you don't break it. Now, you've got your display here. This is a very basic display from the outside, but check this out. Once you turn it on, it's a color display. Guys, it's a full color display. I make sure that I mention that because it's very backlit and very bright. And of all the e-bikes that I've reviewed, this is the first one I've seen that actually has a color display. Now, it has up to 5 different speeds right here. Now, this is the speed for the pedal assist or the automatic throttle. Now, if I was to press this with level 5, this bike would just shoot way off into the field on its own and crash because nobody's on it. So I am going to lower that down to 1 and just show you how it would work with just a little bit of throttle. Just a little, oh, there it goes. See, just a little bit with that and it takes off. Now, you can just do a pedal assist where you don't even need to use the throttle and it will just help you, or you can just go straight throttle and not do anything. And when I do my ride test later, I'm going to show you how it goes without pedaling at all and with pedaling, both up hills, down hills, and off-road. And then, of course, it just has the brakes right here. Typical brakes on a bike on both sides, front and back. All right. Now, if you head over here to the right-hand side, it has a Shimano gear shifter. But, guys, this is very unique. It actually uses a turn handle knob shifter, which is really nice. I've not seen that in an e-bike either. So they definitely are going high-end on this. And if you just take a step back and look at this bike, look at the beauty of this bike. I mean, it is just incredible. It uses a two-tone black on this particular one. And, again, there's a silver model that you can get. And then they have other models of bikes, too, on their page, so you definitely want to be going to their website, and I will put links in the description section of where I got this one at a really good price. If you look at the front right here, you're going to see a nice bright headlight, so that's going to help if you are riding at night. And as you come around here, you'll notice there is a reflector in the back right there. So if somebody's behind you, they will see you. And look how meaty those tires are. Those are like motorcycle tires. Really, really nice. I really hope you enjoyed the features portion of this video. I wanted to make sure that I showed you all the cool features of this bike here, because when you're looking to buy an e-bike, features are really, really important, and they have a lot of very, very high-end parts to this bike right here. So as far as extras that you can purchase for this bike, well, on the website you can actually ask for certain things for a little bit more money. One would be a bike rack. So you can actually get a really sturdy bike rack, and that's great for those long trips where you can bring a backpack, a big bag, even put a basket or an extra seat back here. You can do that with a rear bike rack that they do offer. In addition to that, they also offer fenders. Now, standard, you don't get the fender package, but you can add fenders. I love adding fenders, especially if I'm doing a lot of off-roading. If you're going in a lot of dirt, sand, through water, maybe even snow, it will just keep the wheels from getting damaged. Also, kicking it up on you. Having some fenders right here really makes a difference. So that's a nice upgrade. And as I mentioned before, this does come in multiple colors and multiple varieties. Make sure you do check out the link in our description where I negotiated a really, really good price on this. And if I see any additional promo codes, I will definitely make sure to put those down there in the description section as well. If you don't know how to get to the description of a video, simply click the title right below the video. It will open right up and you can click that link and check it out. And again, on their website with that link, you're going to see all of their bikes at their lowest prices with that link. So make sure you check that out. So without wasting any time, let's get on the road. Let's do some off-roading, and we're going to do some actual on-roading. We're going to test this on some hills, all that fun stuff really quick here. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to share with you a few more final thoughts on this bike right here. All right, I really hope you enjoyed the riding portion of this. I just wanted to share how it was just riding it around an old farm field. Now, that old farm field is extremely bumpy, and I know you probably couldn't tell in the video, but it was very, very bumpy terrain and very slippery terrain, and these tires picked it up no problem, barely felt a thing. Then I took it out on a road, and I tested it on some hills to see how fast I can go. This thing right here went up to about 20 miles an hour. Now, that's uphill, full throttle. Now, you can actually, depending on your state, you can actually change it to where this thing will go much, much faster, because the motor will go much, much faster. But you can Google how to do that on this model. I'm not going to show you how to do that on this video, but it's very simple to do. And as far as my final thoughts on this bike, guys, go for it. If you're looking for a high-end bike, this is the one for you. If you're looking for something less expensive, you're just not getting less expensive parts on this. So as far as their expense that they put into the bike, there's no way you're going to get it at a lower price, this quality bike. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Again, this is the Velowave Fat Tire Ranger model. Really love it. Hope you will too. Thanks again. Bye.